Hey bro, what's up and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about why Marvel Rivals might actually be game of the year and how Marvel Rivals managed to succeed in an industry that is more ruthless than ever. Games are quick to shut down, gamers are quick to cancel, and Marvel Rivals is thriving more than any live service game we've seen in quite a while. How do they do it? We'll break it all down today. Let's get into it. The current reality is that people are playing a lot of games that are relatively new in their world building process. In the niche that I play a lot of shooters, and I feel like those are some of the biggest free-to-play experiences. They're great shooters, but like I said, the world that surrounds it is pretty limited, and that takes quite some time to build. We've seen games like Overwatch, Apex Legends, Valorant, Call of Duty even do it. They have decent lore, they got great stories, but it's limited, and that's the biggest problem. This isn't to say that you can't keep building, and to be honest, there is a beauty in creating something new, but is that what satisfies the consumers most? When it comes to playing video games, this is where things get a little complicated. If you guys are watching this video, you probably know I play Apex Legends, and I've played it for the past 5 years, literally since the day it's come out. One of the biggest things that I realized with Apex over its entire life cycle is that content gets dry. This isn't exclusive to Apex though. This is all the games that we've talked about in general. Apex Legends, Valorant, Warzone, Overwatch, their business model is to drip feed as little amount of content as possible to keep you interested while making as much money as possible. This is all to keep the game afloat and keep workloads manageable, but ultimately to just create a long-lasting experience that can be branded as a live service model. The only exception to this might be Fortnite, because Fortnite has actually gone balls to the wall with content. They've expanded their game into what no longer feels like a game. It's more of a platform, a world to do anything. And Fortnite is a great case of something that has broken out of the drip feed, keep players engaged as easy as possible mold. There's even been stories of Fortnite developers over the years that have been overworked, and it goes to show they've produced a lot. But as this live service model has really had time to grow over the past 5 to 8 years, it's really made gamers more aware of what's happening to them. And when they don't like something, gamers nowadays are more quick to cancel and call games out for their bullshit more than ever. Concord was a great example of players just being sick of taking advantage of and shutting down a game before it even had the chance to see daylight. Concord shut down. It honestly may have been the quickest live service game I've ever seen to shut down with a big budget. XDefiant was drip feeding content extremely slowly. What they finally added into the game as seasons worth felt like what players would be really satisfied with as one quality update. And to top it all off, the world building of that game was just too slow, too limited. It just, people wanted more right now. And I think that's what Marvel Rivals has done. So let's talk about how Marvel Rivals managed to do things differently and break the norm that a lot of people are kind of just following the path of. Marvel Rivals was able to bring really recognizable characters into an extremely polished and well-developed game. Both are critical for success. They've made the game both competitive and very casually fun all at the same time. I'm actually a big fan of the way Marvel Rivals has gone about balancing, and that nothing is actually balanced. Everything is extremely strong. It's almost in the same way XDefiant went about abilities, and I give kudos to XDefiant for that, because it makes balancing quite easy. As long as everybody is strong, everybody has big play potential, the ability to make an impact. Balancing to a happy medium is always difficult in competitive games because some abilities inherently, due to their nature of the ability, is more effective than others. And so that just becomes a slippery slope of too much, too little, let's just make everything strong. Not only that, but Marvel Rivals has launched Season 0 with absolutely loaded content. They already had an in-game event. They've had multiple store updates. I'm pretty sure Marvel Rivals launched with like 88 skins in total. I think after the Christmas and Lunar New Year event that just went up today, I think you could say 90 skins. So tons to purchase, tons for people to be interested in, tons to keep the game afloat. And they've also given away free stuff already. We just had the Winter Celebration event. We got an entire bundle for Jeff, the cutest shark around. He's got a snowsuit, he's got an MVP animation, an emote, a banner card. They gave them the whole 9 yards and it was all for free. I think the game does a great job with battle pass and just progression as well. There's a whole Lord mastery system that allows you to put in serious time with each character to show off your efforts with new icons, kill effects, and everything. Not only that, but all of this content is lore accurate in a world that was already built, and they just have to focus on bringing to life in game. I think that's the biggest difference between Marvel Rivals and its competitors. It doesn't need to create a world, it just needs to bring it to life. All of these points combined signal a right breeding ground for just a really great and reliable shooter that people can feel safe investing their time into. Marvel Rivals is also breaking the drip feed model with the launch of Season 1. We got our first tease, we got a look at all the characters we're going to be getting. The entire Fantastic Four is coming to this game. We're going to be able to play as Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, the Human Torch. Like, those are 4 characters. Apex Legends is putting out on average 4 characters in a year. I'm pretty sure in the past year they actually did less than that. Along with these 4 characters, we're also going to be getting lore accurate maps, probably multiple maps in a season. We still have to wait and see how many. And I'm sure we'll get a bunch of new casual game modes to keep us interested and having fun in new creative ways with our favorite superheroes. It's kind of dream content for all gamers. Like, I've been sinking 40 plus hours into Spider-Man since launch, and I'm still not sick of them yet. There are 33 characters that came out at launch, 4 more coming with Season 1. I feel like I could play this game for years and not even come close to finishing everything that there is to exploring in it. Another thing I think we also lack in a lot of games nowadays is just true transparency when it comes to the development. And I feel like Marvel Rivals devs have done a good enough job to humble themselves down to the level of understanding the players that they're making the game for and kind of working with them on an equal plane. They're very communicative about changes they're going to make and events that are coming up for the gamers. Not only does this excite the gamers, but it allows them to place a lot of trust in what's being done with the thing they're investing their time and money into. This just really increases player confidence across the board. But now we have to ask ourselves the question of, why is Marvel Rivals able to do this? Because I think it'd be pretty ignorant of me to say that every game is capable of doing what Marvel Rivals has the stage to do. First up, let's talk money. The game has a lot of capital, and that means they can employ a lot of highly skilled developers to make a lot of high quality content, mainly skins, which helps keep the project afloat, at least monetarily. Not only do they have money, but they have mega fans. I mean, we're talking Marvel here, one of the biggest universes ever created, and players who don't even enjoy the genre will probably play this game just to be able to play their favorite superhero and feel like they're living out a certain fantasy to whatever extent they're satisfied with, whether that's being the 0-15 Spider-Man or actually taking it a little bit serious and getting competitive. There are a ton of people who might not even be the best at hero shooters, but they'll also play it just because they want to keep up with the in-game lore. This is characters that they know and love, and to hear new stories from them through Marvel Rivals is just a great opportunity. And I can speak to this one personally. I feel like the free-to-play scene is extremely competitive in that it really does require a lot of time invested from players, and players valuing their time don't want to spread themselves too thin and choose very carefully which games they do invest their time in, whether or not they're jumping ship from one to another or playing multiple at the same time. I think that Marvel Rivals instills a lot of promise because it has such a large brand backing it. I think that players would feel safe committing themselves to it because it's Marvel. And to bring it full circle, not only are they trusting in a brand that they know, but Marvel Rivals has already proven to be generous in content and also brings the star power to each character that's playable that a lot of other games have to work to sell. Kingdom Hearts is a great example of this. Although it's a different game completely, it's a good example of something similar. It's backed by Disney, and people know that they can play a lot of their favorite characters and will simply play the game because of it. Marvel Rivals would still be a good game without Marvel attached to it, but how cool is it that you can play as Iron Man and fly around the sky shooting a pulsar beam out of your chest? The point is, it hits diffy. In conclusion, Marvel Rivals is wildly successful right now, and a lot of people have said that this game is just gonna die down like every other live service game, but the difference is their content is already made. It's just a matter of players who have really strong attachments to personalities that most games need to work to sell already sold. And so most people are just waiting for their hero to hit the game, for their opportunity to hop in and live out their fantasy. There's a lot of hype around season 1. It has a great battle pass system, a great reason for players to spend money. I think the future is promising. I watched Fantastic Four movies as a kid, and I'm honestly so pumped to see the Fantastic Four come in season 1. I cannot wait to play as the Human Torch. The game has already proven a great competitive scene in season 0. There's been competitions full of prize pools that are just in-game ready for you to grab. It has a great playback system where you can see top players' games and watch back anybody's matches, really, including your own, to be able to study and improve at the game, or even just clip moments for your own pleasure. This sounds like a glaze fest, I'm not gonna lie, but I did say this is why Marvel Rivals has proven itself to potentially be game of the year. I don't know, I just can't see the future of this game really going wrong. I just see it as opportunity to bring in more star power and bring in more people. So yeah, I would say from a content creator's perspective, this game's kind of the dream. I'll be real, it's doing a lot of good things, and I'm excited to be playing it. I'm excited to see what the future does look like for it, because I can't tell you guys in certainty what it will be. And I can also say from a player's perspective, I mean, I think the numbers speak for themselves. I think a lot of people are interested, a lot of people are having fun, and I mean, it's only building the fan base that I already had. So yeah, I think this game could be game of the year. I think that's how Marvel Rivals is managing to succeed, and how I anticipate it to continue to succeed in the future. And let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about today down in the comment section. Thanks so much for the support on the channel, by the way. We have been posting a lot of Marvel Rivals content. What a surprise. If you guys do want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications, because we'll be posting tons more. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I do stream as well on Twitch if you guys want to watch me. We've been grinding a ton of ranked. Link to that will be in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for listening to Shameless Plugs. Keep up, stay up. Peace out.